Welcome to a slightly overcast, slightly misty day in Auburn, Alabama. Today is the day that we've focused so much of our season on. We get our bitter rival, Alabama, the Crimson Tide, come into our house. We're on a hot streak, only having one loss to Georgia in a miracle prayer. They're undefeated and the number one team in the nation. We wouldn't have it any other way. It's time to come up with a big upset. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tim Dunge's Dynasty in Auburn. We're here at Jordan-Hare Stadium for the Iron Bowl. You may notice my commentary is a little different than it normally is, and that's because of something that happens a little later on in the video. I actually ended up breaking my audio recording program. So, I have to post-record this first half, so I'll try not to spoil things too early on for you. We kicked the ball away to Alabama. We ended up winning the toss and deciding to put our defense on the field first. They've had a pretty exceptional offensive attack this season, leading off with their dual-threat quarterback. I believe he's number 1. No, he is number 6. Okay. Number 6. And they have a strong running back with Williams. Kind of what the game plan coming in was to apply a lot of pressure early on. We really wanted to get this team behind their schedule. We weren't really successful there. They ended up passing the ball out into the flats and getting turn up the field for 11 yards. But we really want to get this team behind the chains. That gets them off of their running game schedule and forces them into kind of predictable passing situations. So we're applying a lot of press, a lot of pressure. We get a big play in the backfield. Who was that? That was number 47. Comes up with a big play to stop that running back, Evan Williams, basically behind the line of scrimmage. It's now going to be 2nd and 9. And we're still going to play a little bit of pressure. I really think that our linebackers and our defensive secondary can play one-on-one with these guys. So we're going to play a lot of pressure. We end up jumping off sides. Our nose guard gets a little antsy at times. Jonathan Seals just a little excited to tee off against his rival school. Because winner of this does go on to play in the SEC Championship against likely South Carolina. They've been kind of running away with the East. But it's going to be a hard-fought battle. Randall almost coming up with an interception there. Jumped the route well, but only comes up with the deflection. That's why he plays defense. And now it's time for a very important 3rd down. 3rd and 4, just shy of midfield. We're going to go into our cover 1 robber look. We're really expecting a quarterback option here. They actually end up going with the screen. And my recording just jumps ahead. Sorry about that. We end up coming up with the big-time stop. Linebacker ends up playing it well, so sorry about the glitchiness there. But we come up with a 3-and-out to start the game. Or not totally a 3-and-out. But Alex Harrison takes it, runs it to the outside, gets a 27-yard gain. We're going to really look to get Andrew DeAngelis going as a complement to our short passing game. That's going to be our main focus today. This team looks really, really weak in its secondary compared to how strong it is in its front 7. So we're going to really try to exploit some mismatches. We dump it to Andrew DeAngelis out in the flats. Ends up gaining 7 on the play and to get us across midfield already. We're going to come back and attack the middle with this wide trap, I believe. We really like our inside trap plays. They end up doing really well for us. Andrew DeAngelis takes it, cuts it upfield for the 1st down. 9 yards on the play, moving the chains. And just like that, we're deep into Bama territory. Now we're going to come back and feed Andrew DeAngelis again. We're going to come with a very heavy formation. coming on the inside. They're really overloading that left side, so this should be pretty successful. Andrew DeAngelis cutting through, and number 8 able to come off his blocks and make a stop just before Andrew DeAngelis gets going. It's now going to be 2nd and 8, and we're going to come back to our passing. Oh no, we're actually going to go into our option play. We're going to look to get Mike Finley a little comfortable in the pocket. We're going to option off their star defensive end, let him go flying by. Mike Finley with the keeper running upfield, gaining 4 yards on the play to make it 3rd and manageable. It's going to be a very important 3rd down here. We don't want to do field goals against Bama. We want touchdowns. And one of our favorite 3rd down conversion plays, we're going to hit our quick slants, looking to hit Xavier McFarland. Not able to come down with the one-handed catch. Pressure was too strong. And now we have a decision to make. But this is our rival in our house on our opening drive. We're gonna go for it. This game means too much. Crow route. Mike Finley drops back. Passes the ball to Rocky Lee under pressure. He catches it. Turns upfield. Getting all the way down to the Bama 13. What a conversion. And way to sit in there by Mike Finley through the pressure. Delivering the ball on a strike just to our star receiver. And now we are inside the red zone. Now we're going to look to continue our vertical passing play. We're going to look to hit Muller underneath. We like those crossing routes, get those linebackers confused. Mike Finley drops back, sees Muller wide open, cuts upfield, and he punches it in. Touchdown Auburn. We take the early lead. Pass from Mike Finley to Eric Muller for 14 yards. What a play, and we take the lead early. Now from around the league, Tennessee's ends up winning over Kentucky to really lock in, I believe, a third overall seed in the SEC. Not totally sure. But Harvey kicks the ball away. Now with that strong headwind, he's not able to get it for a touchback. But our coverage is able to recover and get him down at the 25. Defense had a great series last time. We're going to look to continue that streak here. While Bama looks to recover, we're going to still play heavy blitz and put all the pressure on our secondary. Our defense has to get home. We're in spotlight cover Williams here. And he actually does run the ball, but Lonnie Larson and company are not having it. Tackle for a 2-yard loss and to get Bama behind schedule already. Now let's see how they set up. Oh, they line up more in a spread look. We're going to cover this tight end here. Emotions, and so we're going to change up to the running back. Looks like they're passing the ball here. He tries to scramble, gets outside, but we get him down before he gets any substantial gain. Adrian Pino with his valid running threat tried to leak out of the pocket, but we caught him in time. It's now going to be 3rd and long. Now with it being 3rd and long, deep in their territory and early on, we're going to back off just a little in pressure. I'm expecting them to try to hit something underneath, but with home field advantage here, we're definitely messing with the calls. He heaves it deep, testing John Ghosts, and he comes up with the deflection, and just like that, it's another Bama 3 and out. And punt it away to our return threat, Alex Harrison. Bit of a poor punt. Alex Harrison just going to call for the fair catch. Doesn't want to come up with any type of turnover or muff punt. And we'll take the field position anyway, starting at our own 38. We're going to come back and feed Andrew DeAngelis with our inside trap play. Love running it, and with them being so spread out on the inside, this should be successful. You know, actually, they're showing pressure, so let's check out and go to a quick slant. Buying time, buying time. Xavier McFarland not able to hold on again. They are playing very, very tight coverage on that slant. We're going to have to do something to push them off the line. But now let's come back with our running play and see if they'll give it to us. Really just trying to do a patient offense here and take what they'll give us. Andrew DeAngelis cuts it upfield, able to get 11 yards on the gain to move the chains. And just like that, we're to midfield already. Gonna try to stay in rhythm here and run a counter. See if we can get them, or catch them over pursuing. Looks like they've subbed their second unit defensive line in, so this should be a key time to establish. Andrew DeAngelis cuts upfield, 9 yards on the rush. It's now going to be 2nd and 1, and we're going to look to see if we can set something up here. Trying to stay on game plan, but would like to apply a little bit of pressure to that secondary. Looks like they're in a cover 4 look. We're going to see if we can hit this comeback. And we miss Mike Finley with a very errant pass there. But it doesn't hurt us too much. Much better than a sack. And with that, it's going to be 3rd and 1. We didn't convert on 3rd down last time. We converted on 4th down. And we're going to attack this Bama defense from its inside. Going to change to the other side where we've got numbers. Andrew DeAngelis pushes upfield and gets just enough, reaching that ball out to move the chains. Getting us a critical 1st down. And now we're going to come back with a screen pass. We're going to make sure that it's there, though. They've seemed to be wanting to apply a lot of pressure. Going to run a wide receiver screen. Rocky Lee gets the ball, cuts it upfield, gets a moderate gain of 4 yards. Mike Finley with that quick delivery ends up setting up that play to get a good gain on 1st down, acting kind of like a run play. And now we're going to come back to our quick slant look. Not going to force the ball to Xavier McFarland. He's actually able to get off coverage a little bit, gaining 6 yards on the catch and run, and getting us another 1st down. We're now at the Bama 29. We haven't seen a lot of Andrew DeAngelis here, but now we're going to feature him a little bit. We're going to fake the jet sweep to Gavin Black. And Andrew DeAngelis cuts it upfield, trying to find a little bit of room through the line, only gaining 3 on the play. Going to kind of look at our play action opportunities here. Don't want to force anything too far down the field. Don't think we're going to get that much time. Right here, we're going to look to see if we can even just dump it downfield. Hit Carter underneath for a 4-yard gain. And now it's going to be 3rd and 3. It's a critical 3rd down here, just outside the red zone. We've already proven that we will go for it on 4th down, but we don't want to have to take that opportunity. We're going to run our option here, looking to hit that outside off that defensive end. And we hand it off to Andrew DeAngelis. Defensive end slams down, catching Andrew DeAngelis just before he can get the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and 1 on the 20. We went for it before. We'll go for it again. This is rivalry football. We take no chances against the number 1 team. Mike Finley reading the line. Give him the go-ahead late in the 1st quarter. Burning clock. Hike the ball. Hand off. And Andrew DeAngelis falls forward just across the 1st down marker. And that's the end of the 1st quarter. It's been an exciting game so far where we've had a bit of offensive dominance. Not something we've had every single game this year. Mike Finley's been feeling it, dealing some pretty key passes, including one to Eric Muller. But now, with the start of the 2nd quarter, off that key conversion, we start in the red zone. Recording's jumping a little bit. Apologies for that. We end up throwing the ball to Rocky Lee on the deep stop. And just like that, we go up 2 touchdowns against the number 1 team in the nation. was a good play there by Rocky Lee, really setting up that go route. And then coming back just in time. Let's look around the league here. Arkansas is up 6-3 over LSU. Both teams' seasons are pretty much over, but they're still trying to find a way. And now we get the win behind us. Harvey with the big leg boots it away. Halfway through our end zone, they'll take that for a touchback. Bama has to be looking to establish some type of offensive presence. Everything they've tried so far, they have been unable to do. Our pressure is just giving their offensive line enough fits. We don't want to get overconfident here. We're starting to really feel it. They end up dumping the ball to 84 out in the flat, and he turns it upfield for a 27-yard gain. We got a little lost in coverage, and they made us pay. So now we don't want to over-rotate here. We're trying to apply a lot of pressure, but don't want to get caught. And they're covering Johnson here. Make the play in the backfield to shut down that running back for only a 2-yard gain. We don't want to let him get a full head of steam. He will run over us. They're going to come back with a 2 tight end set. Would expect to see a run up the middle here. So we're going to play for it. Ends up breaking it on the outside. 45 yards. Running all the way for a Bama touchdown. It's unfortunate there, but we still have the lead up 7-0. They finally found some offensive success, and we overplayed our hand a little bit. We made some key mistakes. We need to go back to our fundamentals. But now we'll let Alex Harrison return the ball here. Tries to cut it outside, not able to do so, running the wrong way. And with that, we will start with our worst field position of the day, starting at our own 16. We'll get started with an option look here, trying to option that defensive end. Option keeper, Mike Finley cuts upfield, cuts it inside where he has some blockers, getting 8 yards on the gain, making it a 2nd and short. We have an opportunity here to push the ball down the field. We don't want to be too greedy though. So we're going to hit something with an inside crossing route. Actually, the play that we scored on last time. And no one's there. Mike Finley able to get the ball out of his hands before taking the sack, saving the yardage and making it a 3rd and manageable. These types of situations, we love to run our option plays just because it gives us a number advantage. We're going to option the offside defensive end. Hand it off to Andrew DeAngelis. He cuts it through the line, makes a couple of moves. It gets an open space, still running to the 50, and he's caught by the Bama defensive back, but not after a humongous gain. Just like that, we flip the field, getting across midfield into Bama territory. Andrew DeAngelis puts on a couple of moves there. I thought he had some daylight, but still, it was a big play. We're going to feed the beast again. Andrew DeAngelis with a big-time run. Can he do it again? We're going to pull our guard here, trying to hit that outside B-gap. Actually cuts it inside, getting 5 yards on the gain. We're starting to wear this defensive line down. Now we're going to come back with a play action. We had 2 very strong running plays here, so play action should be fairly set up. We're not going to push it too far down the field, but we're going to look to hit Muller on the corner route or Roberts on the stop. Checking out of it, not feeling super comfortable. We're actually going to go and dump it to DeAngelis out in the flats. Cuts it upfield, getting 5 more yards. Not able to get the first down, though. It's going to be 3rd and inches. with some smart play calling there to keep the ball moving downfield rather than taking any type of big-time sack. Our game plan of patience is really paying off here. But now it's going to be a critical third down. And we've got Tim Scott in the backfield, more of our power back. I have faith in him to try to hit this outside seam. Just enough for a first down. And that's what he does. Getting more than a couple of inches. He gets 5 yards on the play. Moving the chains. And keeping this very long drive going. We're kind of shrinking the clock here with this very long established drive. And now we're going to run our option. Decide to hand it off to Andrew DeAngelis. He hits the outside seam, pushing a couple of defenders down with that mean stiff arm, getting us down to the Bama 20. We now have 100 yards rushing as a team, with Andrew DeAngelis having 91 yards by himself. And we're in the red zone again. We have hammered them with some inside crossing routes and a deep stop route. We're gonna look to see if we can get this slant route established, though. With this pressure, it should be effective. Xavier McFarland with the one-handed catch coming off that press coverage, gaining 6 yards on the play. What an extension by our usually very, very reliable wide receiver who's just had a bit of a bad start to the game. Now with 8 plays, or this being our 9th play on the drive, we've gained 65 yards in 3 minutes. We hit that deep stop route again. Xavier McFarland pushes it upfield, reaches for the end zone, and just short. It's now going to be first and goal at the inch-yard line. We'd love to give him another opportunity, but this game means too much. So we will attack the inside once again. We'll give it to Andrew DeAngelis. We get 4 downs to gain 1 yard. I have full confidence in our offensive line that we can do this. Hands off, pushes for the end zone, tries to make a move. Unable to do so. Not in the spot to jump across the line. Andrew DeAngelis stopped. And now it's going to be second and goal. And we're just going to come back and do it again. We're going to try to hit the strong side A-gap this time. Going with it. Here's the handoff. He pushes it through, and he gets in! Touchdown, Tigers! With 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter, we are up 21-7 against our bitter in-state rival. Blankenship with an easy kick. It's up, and it's good. Oh, Florida State tied 14-all halfway through the second quarter. They're both, Florida State is fighting for an ACC championship appearance. So that's a game to keep an eye on for later in kind of our playoff hopes. But we can't look too far ahead. We've had a dominant passing attack, hitting Eric Muller, Rocky Lee, and Xavier McFarland in some key drives. And they found a way to move the ball last drive. Can our defense reestablish themselves as the one in charge here? They're going to come out in a pretty heavy passing look, so we're gonna fake some pressure here. And they try to dump the ball from the pressure, and it hits their guy in the back. He wasn't even prepared for it. Ellis was there anyway to make the play if he needed to. But with that, it's going to be second and long. Probably going to see some type of run play here. They usually run it on second down. And no, instead they throw an errant pass out wide. We have that quarterback rattled. It's going to be third and long. This seems like a perfect play for us to fake some pressure and then maybe come up with an interception. Let's see if we can do so. This crowd noise here really starting to come into effect. They drop back. We've got everyone in great coverage. Quarterback doesn't know where to go. Heaves it deep. John goes in coverage. And he bats the ball away with the help of number 14, Randall. No deep ball today. And with that, they turn the ball over on another 3 and out. They're still going to punt the ball away to Alex Harrison. Hopefully he can get us some great field position. We can go up 28-7. Not able to get a return though, but holds on to the ball. Still, we get the ball at the Bama 40. Andrew DeAngelis has really been establishing himself as a second quarter guy. Had a little trouble at first, but now that we've kind of established our quick passing game, we've been able to get him open. But now we're going to try to run a setup play here. We're going to run play action, looking to hit Rocky Lee on the comeback route. We fake the handoff. Throw the ball downfield. Rocky Lee with the big time gain. Catches it, turns upfield, not able to get a full run out. But still an 18-yard play to start the drive. And just like that, we're across midfield into Bama territory once again. We have a ton of options here. Seems like pretty much everything's working. We're going to try to feature Mike Finley's arm here. Going to try to hit Muller underneath and give him time to run out. We throw it to him, but they had good coverage. We end up losing 1 yard on the play. Now with it being second and long, we're kind of behind the chains. So we're going to hand it off to our reliable back, Andrew DeAngelis. Looks like they're trying to apply a lot of outside pressure. No one up in the middle. The hole closes a little bit on him, but still Andrew DeAngelis able to get 7 yards on the gain to make it third and manageable. And now it's time to kind of feature a screenplay. We run them a lot, but they've been trying to apply a lot of pressure. We haven't really given them the opportunity. So with it being 3rd and 4, we're going to go with it. Mike Finley drops back. A lot of pressure. Dumps the ball to Andrew DeAngelis. He's able to try to cut it outside. The corner makes a touchdown saving play though. But still, we get the first down to keep the chains moving. Minute 20 left to go in the second quarter. We're going to try to score here with as little time left. So we'd love to take it to 28-7 at half. Looking on the outside, able to drop the ball into Xavier McFarland on that corner route. What a ball placement by Mike Finley. Anywhere that wasn't ahead of Xavier McFarland could have easily been picked off and turned the momentum of that drive. Now, we're 100% in the red zone. We're going to try to feature Xavier McFarland here on another deep stop route. Checking off of it, we hit Rocky Lee, turns upfield for a touchdown! 15-yard pass on the play. With 1:06 left to go, we go up 28-7 over the #1 team in the nation. What a pass! Mike Finley is feeling it today. And Aubie getting all the push-ups he could ask for against his in-state rival. Harvey with another big boot away for another touchback. Now we have a very, very critical drive here. We don't want to let up our lead. We want to keep that momentum going into halftime. Now, I will warn you that the time where the real-time commentary is coming up here. It's going to be just before halftime hits. So I will probably abruptly end unless I can keep an eye on that. But we come up with a big-time play. The quarterback didn't have anywhere to go, and we hit him in the backfield. They call the timeout to try to save some clock, and that might end up being in our favor. We're going to run our cover one look. We want to make sure we cover that running back. Pino tries to get out on the outside. And we get him down. What a play by I believe, Jonathan Seals. Able to keep that quarterback just in contain. Now with it being 3rd and long, we'd love to try to set something up here. We could call a timeout, but I'd rather not give them any opportunity to establish anything. But now that we've got them down, we'll call the timeout. They'll have to punt the ball away with 14 seconds left to go. We won't have many options from there. We do have 2 timeouts, but really not too worried about missing out on maybe 20, 30 seconds. We could go up 35-7, but I'm confident going 28-7 at halftime. Alex Harrison putting on a couple of moves, almost saw some daylight, able to get 20 yards on the play. We gave him the go light. So now with 5 seconds left to go, we have the ball in the Bama 43. Really, we could do pretty much anything without punishment. We don't have enough time to run 2 plays here. So we're just going to heave the ball at the end zone and see what we can find. Dropping back, we see Gavin Black streaking free, throw the ball up, and he comes down with it, and he runs into the end zone. As time expires, we get another touchdown, a deep ball to Gavin Black, 35-7. That could be the kill shot. What a throw and what a catch. Through the contact, carrying the defenders all the way in for the touchdown. And it's at this point I noticed that screaming off of that throw and catch, I actually ended up breaking my audio recording software. And I'll explain a little bit more in a minute. But this is where I'm going to end the post-recording. So I hope you guys enjoy what's been a big lead and see how we end the game. So sorry about that if things get a little glitchy there. I actually was shouting so much from that play that I broke my audio recorder. So I might have lost audio for a bit of that reception. But it looks like it's recoverable, so that's good. So at the end of the first half, our offense has fired on all cylinders. Inclement weather is not a stop for us, and we're up 35-7 against the #1 team in the nation and our most bitter rival. Bama didn't look like they were ready to play us, or their game plan was really off, or we had a really strong game plan ourselves, which all could be true. But now we got the second half, and we're going to look to continue doing what we're doing, slowly working the ball down the field. But Mike Finley has been dishing all day. Hot hand after hot hand. Getting Gavin Black. Muller. And Rocky Lee involved. And we've done it with a very, very balanced attack. 18 rushes to 20 passes. We don't want to just sit and get conservative and comfortable. Xavier McFarland with a spin move to turn a simple 10-yard curl into a 20-yard gain. Mike Finley with 209 passing yards already. Definitely not a season high, but we're trending in that direction. And we'll come back and get Andrew DeAngelis warmed up. We are dominating this Bama defense. Andrew DeAngelis able to bounce it a little bit outside, getting a 9-yard gain. Frustrated that he didn't get more on the play, but trust me, it's more than enough. Go for our first moderately deep route of the day. Still, it's just a 15-yard curl route. But with the deep option, though, we're actually going to dump the ball to Andrew DeAngelis in space. Puts on a couple of moves, but not able to get around any defenders. Still an 8-yard gain on the play. Getting a touchdown on this drive would likely be the final haymaker we have to throw. Hit Andrew DeAngelis out of the backfield for another 8-yard gain. We're over 350 offensive yards. This is our strongest offense of the year. Just by far. It has been Mike Finley and Andrew DeAngelis. Key players we expected. It was supposed to be a fake bubble screen to Gavin Black, but we still gave it to him anyway. They covered the slant really well, so we'll take the 7-yard gain instead. And now you're starting to see how patient this offense can be and how successful it can be. Definitely going to give everyone a lot of things to think about with how strong this team has been. And we've done it with what has been considered our weakness, with throwing the ball. Hit McFarland again on another stop route for an 11-yard gain to make it 1st and goal in the Bama 3. Just doing everything we need to do. And we're going to run a bit of a fancy play here. See if we can hit Muller on that trailing in route. It's the riskiest pass we've thrown all day, and it doesn't matter. We tied the school record for passing touchdowns in a game. Mike Finley with 5 touchdowns. Muller able to catch it behind the defender and to get the touchdown to go up 42-7. And another strong drive by our offense. 8 plays for 62 yards. Or I think it was for 75. Yeah, because we took the touchback. So 8 plays, 75 yards for the touchdown. Now we boot the ball away. If Bama's going to come back, they're going to have to find a way on offense to get first downs. We have really pinned them in so far. Other than one drive, I don't think they've gotten a first down all day. And they're going empty. So we're going to match. We're going to Powers on a quarterback spy. So we're only going to be sending 3. Let's see if we can generate pressure anyway. Oh, 37 with the swat down. I believe that's Yeldon on the play. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 again. They're now going to run with a tight end. We're going to apply some pressure here. Really like putting them into a quick pass offense, as that is not their specialty. They get a moderate gain for it to be 3rd and 5. It's been a fairly clean game so far, and with the weather you would expect that there would be some turnovers. So hopefully we can find one here. Oh, and Scott drops the ball. They might have been able to convert there, but we do enough, and it's going to be 4th and 5. And it looks like they're going to punt the ball away. Our defense is coming up with stop after stop, and they're making some critical mistakes in times where they need a surge. So that combination has been deadly. But Alex Harrison with another moderate return, getting 12 yards on the gain and to set us up on our own 42. We're going to send a bunch of deep look here, hoping to kind of clear things out for Rocky Lee to come in under the middle, or underneath. We throw it to Rocky Lee in time, and I think we're going to get a face mask. Personal foul, face mask! 15-yard gains on that 5-yard completion. And just like that, we're going to be on the Bama 38. We've officially passed 250 yards passing. Let's keep it going. At the rate we're going, Mike Finley's not going to even get to finish his final home game of the season. Dump the ball off to Muller on that inside crossing route. Able to stay in bounds, turning upfield to get 10 on the play. It's now going to be 2nd and inches. Mike Finley with some incredible stats today so far. 24 for 28 for 261 yards. And count them, 5 touchdowns on the game. Andrew DeAngelis himself is having a game with 18 rushes for 120 yards and a touchdown. So our big impact players making plays when we need them to make them. And likely here, if we get another touchdown, Mike Finley and Andrew DeAngelis' days will be done. Mike Finley with that option keeper for a 13-yard gain. With that, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Bama 12. They haven't been able to stop it all day. Let's see if we can come back to that deep curl route. We got Rocky Lee on the right, Xavier McFarland on the left. Let's see what we can do. And they sat on it. They knew it was coming. First interception on the day for Mike Finley. First big mistake. Should have just thrown it underneath, but trying to break that school record. Still, we give the ball to Bama on their own 7. So, if that's when the first mistake of the day comes, it's when the first mistake of the day comes. And he tries to scramble from the rush, only able to get 1 yard on the play, and we keep them pinned deep. It's now going to be 2nd and 9. We're going to continue to send pressure, so we don't want to give them time to pick us apart. And he gets hit while he's throwing, not able to release the ball. It's going to be 3rd and long. Where's that disguise? Yeah, cover 2 sink. They haven't been able to convert a 3rd down all day. And an errant pass. He's too rattled. And just like that, they 3 and out off the interception. They cannot capitalize off of the mistake, off the interception. And now it's going to be 4th and 9. Alex Harrison with the reception at midfield. Push it ahead for 5 yards. And with just like that, we're going to get the ball on the Bama 45. With another opportunity to put this game out of reach. This has been a dominating performance by both sides of the ball. Let's see if we can punch this in. Mike Finley on the option keeper again, getting an 11-yard gain. We've just put this defense too much on its heels. Able to get whatever we want. See if we can set up another play action here. Gonna see if we can hit Rocky Lee here on this comeback. This cover 4 look, though, it may not be open. We're gonna dump the ball down to Alex Harrison in the flats. Try to put a fancy move on, but only able to get 3 on the play. Mike Finley staring some defenders in the face as he throws. Come back with another screen to the wide side. We'll get Xavier McFarland some space to move. And they play it well, and it's an incompletion. It's now going to be 3rd and long. So we're going to look to the near side of the field. Rocky Lee on that curl route. Gavin Black on that post. They sink on it, so we'll hit Rocky Lee. Puts a couple of moves on. Don't know why he's still spinning, but still it's enough for a 16-yard gain. And a 1st down. He himself has 7 receptions for 87 yards and 2, count them, 2 touchdowns on the day. See if we can get a bit fancy here. They got a lot of guys in the box. Actually just going to dump the ball quickly to Gavin Black in the flats for a 3-yard gain on the play. did not feel comfortable with how many people they had in the box ready to defend the run. There, now that they've cleared out the box, let's give Andrew DeAngelis room to run. We run that inside trap play. Alex Harrison able to come in and pick off a safety. And Andrew DeAngelis gets 7 yards on the play to make it 1st and goal at the 5. We'll run play action out of the power I, seeing if we can get some people open in some space. Hopefully we can hit Roberts or Dowell. Force it into Roberts, and he's able to hold on. Touchdown, Tigers! 6 passing touchdowns on the day for Mike Finley to break the school record. That nice play action play and way to hold on Roberts. And that will be the end of his day. We go up 49-7. What a play and what a drive. But now, before I forget, let's go ahead and pull Mike Finley and Andrew DeAngelis. We need them healthy for the next game of the year. There we go. We'll let our defense stay on the field. This is a rivalry game, and we love to pin our rivals deep and to really show them what we mean. Historically, Bama has had the edge in this series, so we'd love to just be able to make our mark in evening this rivalry series. We've had a very strong defense, holding Bama to only 93 yards on the day. We're going to run this 3-deep look, but with press. Hopefully we don't let this quarterback run wherever he wants to run. And we pin him in. We make the stop. Seals on the play to make it 2nd and long. Now we try to come up with another play. Another shutdown play. Quarterback gets free. No one's there to stop him this time. Gets a 12-yard gain on the play. This quarterback is just starting to get happy feet. We'll put Powers on a QB spy, trying to eliminate that quarterback running game. And Ghost with the interception and able to break off the tackle from the wide receiver. They force the ball deep due to the pressure, and Ghost is able to make them pay, getting yet another interception on the year. We have officially made this quarterback uncomfortable. Now we're going to come back with a conservative tempo. Just looking to get out of this game. We've already won. We've already made our statement. We've already made it to where we have done our damage. Get Jermaine Johnson out in space. Puts on a couple of moves. Able to break it free for an 18-yard gain. Thought he might be able to go all the way. And he wants to make his own impact on this game. And I know last year, our last home game of the season, I honored Senior Day by pointing out our impact seniors and giving them a chance to play. This was a little bit too important of a game to do that kind of thing. But at the end of the 3rd quarter, we were up 49-7. This game's all but over. And Mike Finley breaking the school record for passing touchdowns. What a better day to do that than today. We're just going to run the ball down their throats. A steady dose of Jermaine Johnson and Mike Scott. 9-yard gain on the play. And now, once again, just going to go up the middle. We'll give Johnson his chances to throw the ball, but we want to keep the clock moving. So, that, and we know Mike Finley is not likely to go anywhere next year, and we will have him again. So, we don't need to worry about getting comfortable with the backup. Now with some steady slants, looks like they're going to send a bit of pressure. Throw it to Rocky Lee underneath. Able to put on a couple moves. Almost able to break it free. But still able to get enough to make it 1st and goal. We got a bit of a setup play here for a play action. See if we can get Xavier McFarland on the board here. Looks like they're going to send a bit of pressure, so it may not work. Oh, and we got lucky there. Jermaine Johnson threw a dangerous throw. The corner sat on the comeback. But we get away with it. It's now going to be 2nd and goal. So we'll come back with our play that has torched this defense. The deep curl routes. And Jermaine Johnson throws it way outside. I remember at the beginning of the season, this was a bit of a quarterback competition. I think we made the right decision. No offense to Johnson, just a little bit of a different strength. But now with the play calling choices, we force him to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Dump the ball to Gavin Black, but it was too quick. It's now going to be 4th and goal. And so this drive peters out in the end zone. In the red zone. Blankenship. It's up, and it's good. Up 52-7 with 6 minutes left to go in the game. This game is surely over. But let's see what our defense can continue to do. They don't get to pitch the shutout, but can they keep it throttled down? We have 510 yards of total offense and 66 plays. That discrepancy has been humongous. We came in with a really strong game plan and executed it well, only making major mistakes on one drive. They run the draw and we were ready for it. Get 2 yards on the play. We're just gonna hang back. Love to keep causing 3 and outs, but we don't need to play as significant a pressure as we have been. Johnson there to make the play quickly to force it to be 3rd and short. And now we're going to apply a bit of pressure. It's 3rd and short, probably going to see a run. We'll play deeper coverage here. And there we go. We see a run. The run blitz gets there. We swarm and hold them short to be 4th and inches. Will they go for it? Looks like they're going to punt the ball away. Nothing to play for. So, a quick 3 and out once again. Alex Harrison not able to get on that outside. But there's been 2 interceptions late in this half. We were able to capitalize. They were not. And now we're going to get into our steady dose of option again. We'd like to get Johnson on the board. Our guard who got downfield just didn't block anyone. But that's okay. We still got 8 yards on the option keeper to keep the chains moving and the clock running. Hopefully we can end the game on this drive. Mike Scott able to shed a couple of tacklers in the backfield to convert the first down. Showing as our big power back still has that edge, and we're going to need that edge later this year as we get into the postseason. Audible into a quick passing route. Oh, hit Muller with that low ball. But still hit the proper check down after making his reads for an 8-yard gain. Bit of a loose cannon. They're crowding the line again, so we'll go into a quick passing play. Hit Muller again, same route. And we still get a 1-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 1. See if we can let Mike Scott actually run the ball here. Don't see that same kind of pressure look, so we will hand it off. Gets in space, stumbling. Still able to get 16 yards on the gain and another first down. We've just gotten whatever we wanted against this Bama defense. Our game plan has been strong, poking enough holes. Seven yards on the option keeper. Jermaine Johnson already up to 50 yards rushing on the game. They just aren't prepared for this. Another option keeper. He's got the edge, and he puts his mark on this game. We score another touchdown. We're going to be up 59-7. That's just insult to injury. Could have just kneeled it to end the game, but with it being Bama, I don't feel like I need to. We'll give them the chance to score one more time, just because we can. Our defense has been that strong, and still, that was a 4.5-minute drive. With a minute left to go in the game. We're just going to play ultra conservative here. We'd love for them to complete a couple of passes and to get us off the field pretty quick, because they'll run the clock. And complete the underneath pass for a 10-yard gain. Get the stop of the clock from the first down. We'll slide back into a man look. It's really given them fits. We played really good tight man coverage. And I sunk off Ghost too much trying to pick the ball off. They were able to hit their first big-time completion of the day for 38 yards. And it's going to be a case of too little, too late. But we still would love to hold them out of the end zone. Pressure gets there, but not in time. He's able to throw the ball away. Great coverage on the play leads to the burning of the ball. Side to audible late. And it doesn't look like as it punishes us too bad. They run the ball to make it 3rd and short. They have not converted a 3rd down all day. See if we can hold them again to that. And we bat the ball down. Once again, they do not convert. It's going to be 4th and 3. But they will not go quietly into the good night. So we'll apply some pressure. And once again, we shut them down. That will do it. Ellis on the sack. And we'll just kneel the ball to put an end. And that will do it. We win the Iron Bowl. We win our most anticipated game of the year to punch our ticket to the SEC championship. I believe. So, I will be shocked if our player of the game is anyone besides Mike Finley. He threw dimes all day. And that was the kill shot. The deep throw with 5 seconds left to go. And the reception by Gavin Black. Our defense shut down Bama, and we were on fire. We were looking like we're going to be a hard team to beat when we get into the playoff. So let's go over all of our stats. They're pretty impressive. I'm going to be honest. We played an incredible game. We had 28 first downs, 575 yards of total offense, 267 yards on the ground. We completed just over 75% of our passes for 6 passing touchdowns, 308 yards in the air. The one stat that was a little low was our third down percentage, which you'd like that for that to be above 70%, but still 6 for 9 is very good. And we went for 2 early fourth downs that set the tone for this game, and we got them both decisively. We threw 1 interception in the red zone, which jeopardized our 100% red zone rate, but still this 87 is nothing to complain about. Would have liked that 1 interception gone, but it was late in the game and it didn't matter. And then as little as our punt return and kick return yards were, that's because we didn't get to return the ball much. We got a lot of punts, and that set us up for getting the ball at midfield. That made a big, big difference. And then time of possession, we dominated because our defense dominated and our offense stayed on the field. So a great overall game and easily our best game of the season when we needed it. So we're ending on a bit of a different screen here just because I wanted to show all of the conference championships. This shows you who are fighting for a locked-in playoff spot. We made the SEC championship and get to host South Carolina. Winner represents the SEC. In the Pac-12, Arizona is hosting Oregon. Winner gets the spot. Georgia Tech with a surprise season, getting to take on Florida State. Ohio State versus Michigan State. Then, those are your automatic qualifiers. Lastly, I wanted to take a look at the top 25 polls to kind of give you an idea of who we're expecting to get in. Notre Dame. It's going to be a bit of a conversation. That record is pretty low, but it depends on who they played. UCF making a strong conversation for the AAC, and likely we're going to give them a shot. Then you got Oregon, who was in the Pac-12. Bama still hanging there, just because they lost to us. We were their only loss of the season. So they could make their way into the playoff. And then you got Texas A&M, who's the next representation that's not in a championship game. So it looks like really it's going to be this top 10. Your representation is going to come from here. But we'll see how Conference Championship Day shakes everything up. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and please join us next time for our SEC championship game and hopefully locking us into the first ever 8-team college football playoff. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me out so much more than you know. And I'll see you guys next time for some championship football.